So what we got, Missy?
All right. Are you guys comedy fans? Have you guys ever been to a comedy show before?
Yes, I went to see Dave Chappelle. One of the best comedy shows I've ever seen. I also seen Marlon Wayans as well.
Nice.
Oh, really?
I was on the VIP treatment. I got the tickets.
How'd you get that?
We did some work together in the past. So his people hit us up.
Celebrity.
No, it's not that. It's not that deep, sir. It's not that deep. There still has to be. No, it's not that deep. But it was really nice. They brought us to the front row. Got to see Marlon Wayans perform, and it was great.
Up.
He kind of surprised me because
Which one?
Marlon
Okay.
Wayans. No, Dave Chappelle does not surprise me.
Okay.
He's one of the greatest of all time. I love his content. But Marlon Wayans surprised me, not because he's not a good comedian. I just think that his stand-up was better than his actual movies. He's kind of quirky sometimes, but his stand-up was just amazing. I didn't expect him to be, that verse. He was really good.
Yeah,
But I think it's interesting because a lot of them start as stand-up comedians. So when they break off and they go into film, we don't realize that they started out as comedians originally as stand-up. We just pretty much see them in the films and TV shows, so we pretty much think, oh, you know what? They're just funny on a TV show or in a movie.
That's true. Well, you have somebody in mind that is kind of like my example.
Yes, definitely. Tommy Davidson.
Tommy Davidson. Shaboy boing. The Varnell here. Did you miss me? I've been wanting to say that my whole life. Did you miss me with the catfish and the yams? Yeah. Okay, I understand that.
Yes.
I get it. Missy probably has no idea what I'm talking about.
I'm pretending like I am.
You're pretending. So have you ever watched Martin? TV show Martin?
No.
Okay. You're missing out, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You know what? I do have to say, and I've always said this, I do think that, who's the actor in Martin? The Lawrence, right?
Yeah, Martin Lawrence.
Oh, okay, Martin Lawrence. He looks like my dad to me. Like, he looks like my dad, and he acts like my dad. So I think that might have something to do with it.
Martin Lawrence looks like your daddy?
I mean,
you say he look like your dad?
But like the Mexican version.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say your dad black. Okay, cool. Okay, the Mexican Martin.
Gives her dad vibes. Yeah.
Gives her dad vibes.
Mine gives you dad vibes.
Yeah,
like, because he's like dorky like that. He's short like that. Like, he's just like nerdy too. Like, maybe that's why I never watched it. I'm like, I deal with enough of this at home.
Yeah, that's I'm still laughing at your daddy, the Hispanic Martin. That's killing me.
I know.
No, I definitely gotta meet him.
Yeah, definitely gotta meet him for sure.
Okay, so the reason
I'm sorry. Go into it. I'm sorry.
The reason I bring up comedians is because I know you guys love Verzuz, okay? So recently, Damon Wayans called out Dave Chappelle and said, let's get it. Let's be the first comedian acts on Verzuz.
Oh, that's crazy.
So,
Dean, did you hear about that, Dean? You didn't hear about that?
And like I said, or like you guys were talking about earlier, like stand-up is a completely different game than going into film. So
absolutely,
the jabs would be crazy. Like I think that a lot of people would tune into that.
You think?
Would you tune into it?
Go ahead.
Tune into it?
I would.
Of course, Dave Chappelle's in it. Yes, I would.
I love comedians. I've been to so many shows. I've seen Dave Chappelle before as well.
Okay.
And I've seen a lot of.
You guys are lucky.
Did he make you hide your phone?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
So this was like way back then.
No, I mean it was like 2014 maybe.
Yeah, that's way back.
Oh, okay.
Because like when I went to go see him, I think it was like around 2000. I want to say maybe 18.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe 18, 19. I want to say. I could be wrong, but we had to get our phones and like turn them off. And they were escorting people out of the theater if you had your phone light on. I mean, it was somebody was like checking their message. You got to go, and security was just dragging people out.
So
it's that
how long did they perform, Missy? Do you remember how long Dave Chappelle
He was the main performer. So I mean, I don't remember how long it was.
Wow,
but he was the main guy.
See him one day.
Yeah.
I hear he's great.
You know what I like doing is going to the comedy clubs on like Fridays and Saturday nights, and they usually have a lineup, but sometimes they have like surprise guests. Like comedians just want to practice their act. So big time stars sometimes will go to those little comedy clubs.
That's true.
And then they'll just surprise the whole clubs. I love doing that. It's so much fun.
Well, I mean, I was going to say Francois and we have actually performed on the same stages of like Marlon Wayans and some of these other comedians that came out. And I must say, sir, I think we held it down.
That's what I heard.
I think we held it down. We had a great time. That was the only time in my life that I knew what a celebrity felt like. Because I mean, so you know what I'm saying. So much love. Francis has a story. We'll probably tell that another time because it's crazy. It's crazy. We might tell it on the second half of the show. But it was pretty insane to see, like, the people just appreciating what you were doing.
Right.
And it was just crazy. But in my point of view, I'm lighting it up for just the idea of a comedy versus.
So you're about it.
Oh, absolutely, but it just can't be anybody. It can't be anybody.
For you guys.
Go ahead.
Who would win?
I mean, come on, man. We know who would win. I mean, that's just like, what do you mean? Who's gonna win?
I haven't seen Damon Wayans
like
stand up, so I
Lakers
can't
versus
have an
the
opinion
Washington
on this.
Bullets. You know who's winning? No, I don't know. To be honest with you, I would say Dave Chappelle. It could be a tie. Because I think Dave Chappelle's jokes are longer in length. He tells a story before he gets to the punchline. And that's kind of what his comedic presence is. Marlon Wayans or Damon, actually Damon Wayans, he might be, a lot quicker with his punchline and his jokes. So
that's what I was thinking.
So he could possibly win, tie, or, based off the method, I guess.
Well, I think that's well said. I was going to say the same thing. I think it's going to be a great night. I think it's going to be one of those nights you go back on YouTube and you watch it over and over. Oh yeah, over.
Definitely. I
mean that would break everything.
So if we were to open up the Verzuz, not we, but
oh yeah, we're doing it. We're knocking it out for you guys. Coming over here at 99.3.
If they were to knock out
Swiss Beats and Timbaland, will have a problem with that.
Yeah, right. Okay, exactly. So
we do a comedy Verzuz. We'll set it up. They can't do nothing to stop that.
If they open it up to stuff outside of vocalists and producers and all that jazz, and start doing stuff like comedians, what if they start doing like dancers, like dance-offs?
Oh, so you mean like a J-Lo versus Janet Jackson?
Maybe.
Like,
I don't know. Yeah.
Dance versus?
Yeah. That'd be fun.
Wow.
That would be crazy.
Missy's starting something.
Yeah.
I remember those ideas you said. Remember those ideas. I mean, that would be crazy.
Sierra versus Maya. Okay, let me stop.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, stop him.
Let me stop.
No, that would be cool to have we already have dances where they have people battling on TV, like MTV, I think used to have.
That's what I was thinking.
But like a one-on-one.
Right.
That would be cool with celebrities.
Right, because then at first I was thinking, is it too close to like all the other shows that are already out there, like the dance competitions? But if it's one-on-one, going back to back with their songs or something, I don't know, it'd be so cool. And
that would be so amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris Brown, he would win. Chris Brown would get in there and just dominate.
He would.
Can we we were talking about holograms a couple of weeks ago. Can I bring Michael Jackson back and like do a hologram mic and him have a dance battle against somebody?
Missy's making the face. I think that she's sipping tea to that one. I don't know if hologram Mike is going to cut it. You know what I'm saying? We need the real Billie Jean bad
We need the real Mike.
We need that guy. We need that guy. Yeah. Rest in peace to that guy. A true legend.
So I mean, maybe if we create enough buzz, like in the community of Twitter, just in general, maybe they will do the comedy one.
Anything's possible. Yeah. Anything's possible.
Everyone's talking about it.
Yeah, everybody's talking about it. I like that topic. With the dancing and stuff like that, and the laugh. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be fun.
NBC has something about that as well, with comedians laughing. It was like a talent show.
Yes.
I don't know the name of it, but it was pretty good.
I don't know the name of it, but it got renewed for another season. So it'll be back this fall.
Yeah, it has to come back. I mean, that was pretty interesting. But we are here for the music reviews. We have a whole lot to get into. You wanna pick? You wanna go to Anders, Maliah, Missy?
Yeah, let's go to Maliah.
Okay, so we're gonna get Maliah queued up to do that. But in the meantime, in the meantime, and Maliah's actually, I love the name. That's my daughter's name. But
that's beautiful
shout out to my daughter Maliah and the single Maliah. But I know, it's awesome. But no, seriously though, Maliah, she's actually a VC Music Award nominee artist. Boys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was nominated for Ventura County Music Awards. I'm not sure if she's won, but that doesn't matter. Just being nominated is awesome, right? Yes. And she's been doing music in Ventura County for a while. She came across the radar. I said, let's listen to Maliah, and we're going to either sip tea or light it up. We'll be back. That was Maliah with Fade Away. Sounded very, a lot of drama in that. Sounds like, what's going on? Who needs to fade away? Right. What's happening?
Someone does.
Someone's got to go. She's feeling a certain kind of way about it. Now, normally, I normally give it to you guys to go first.
Okay.
Do you still want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, Missy's coming first with Maliah. Fade
I'm coming
away.
in hot.
Coming in hot.
Like my lighter, because I'm lighting it up.
Oh, okay.
This girl got me in 5 seconds.
She got you in 5. Okay, now why? Was it the instrumental that just drew you in?
No, she started with like a strong with her voice. And I just immediately was like, oh my God, her voice is so beautiful, and so strong. So she's my girl now. I mean,
she's on your list. She's your girl
on my list.
Marisol's your girl now. Yeah. You got a whole street team coming on right now.
She's local. I didn't know that.
Yes, Ventura County local.
Wow.
Absolutely. So when she hears this, I think she's going to be excited.
I can't wait to follow her.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard about her. My brother-in-law, this is how crazy this was. Well, I'm not going to tell that story. That's getting too personal. But anyway, Francois, how about yourself? No, because I was going to say something that involved her. That it could have been private and something like that. And I'm like, I'm going to keep it.
All good.
It's all good. Go ahead, Francois.
No, that's cool. So for me, has a nice melodic vibe. She has a nice voice. The only thing that I will say is...
Should I pick the teacup up?
She could have had... The harmonies could have been better. To me, I looked at it as... I felt like there were areas in the song where it could have been more harmonic when it came to the chorus and the bridge, and she really didn't take me there.
Okay.
Listen, I'm
gonna have to sip that blueberry tea.
Okay.
Maliah, I love
blueberry
you.
Tea today.
No hate. It's all good.
It's no slight. Not at all. No slight at all. I'm gonna pull from Missy, and then I'm going to end with Francois, because I do, when it first came on, I was drawn into the instrumental, and she came in with this sultry sound, like, ooh, where's she going with this, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then,
she has a nice voice.
Yes, has a wonderful voice. But I do agree with Francois in the sense that, to me, the verses and the hooks almost sounded the same, where I couldn't detect the true difference.
Okay.
And when you're creating a song, the hook is supposedly the best part of the song to kind of draw you in. It was catchy, Fade Away. I still go on in my head. Very catchy. It is in my head. But it didn't sound too different to me.
Okay.
So
there was no distinction.
No distinction, right? No distinction. Not about how she sings, just the distinction. Right. I will sip a beverage of tea as well. I'm sorry, Missy. Yeah, sip a little bit of tea as well. And again, it's not because of her as a singer. I believe she could sing songs. She should continue to sing and do music.
Definitely continue.
I just think that the arrangement of the song, it was not my cup of tea.
And we're so proud to have a local artist on our show.
Absolutely.
And I'm very proud to hear you were nominated for a VC award.
And she was
amazing.
Nominated for a reason. People see her talent and they like her. Absolutely.
Yes,
so we we want, hopefully we can have her on the show one day and she could beef it out with us. Like, what are you talking about? It's fire. We can discuss that.
Yeah, be me and her against you guys.
Look, no beef with me, Maliah. Just, it's all love, Maliah.
Yeah, no, you won't beef with Francois because he's in Saturn somewhere, and who knows when he'll be back. But you might squabble with me. But at the end of the day, it was we sipping tea a little bit. We can't put into our core music, the tradition that we have here. Is we all have to agree before we actually have it in the core music with everyone else. So maybe there's another record, and we can give another shot one day.
Yeah, definitely.
So what else do we have, Missy?
Well, we have a party foul on the behalf of Erykah Badu. Erykah Badu. She did a party foul.
Party foul.
A party foul.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
This was interesting.
Now explain what this party foul is.
How embarrassing is it when first of all, party fouls are never fun, but how embarrassing is it when the party foul is in front of like your ultimate icon or whatever? You know, she did it in front of the president.
What did she do?
Barack and Michelle Obama.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, you heard about the Francois?
Oh, yes.
So you guys heard about his birthday party, right? His big 60th birthday party.
Yeah, he was supposed to have around 500 people there. And the critics were complaining like, hey, you're talking about getting vaccinated. You got all these people. They're going to be unmasked. So I think he dwindled it down pretty significantly.
To 200. He dwindled it down to 200. Yeah, a lot of people were uninvited. But
would you be upset if you were part of that 500 and you're like, Missy, you cannot attend?
No. No. I wouldn't be upset.
I'll just come through the window.
Francois would make it anyways.
So okay, so you he still has Secret Service, for instance. You still get taken out. You can't come through the window.
He's all, sorry, I already got the invite.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't get the uninvite.
That's that old invite. Okay, but go ahead, Missy.
Right. So like we were talking about earlier, usually when it's high profile events and parties, people take the phones away, right? I'm not sure if they did that at this party, but there was definitely like an unspoken rule of no social media posts. You know, like, and even when you do post regularly, like, don't you ask your friends, hey, can I post this? So she posted a video of Barack and Michelle dancing, and
wow.
They were unmasked, and the video showed like tons of people not social distancing. So it definitely added on to people already talking a bunch of smack about the party anyways. So she tweeted the next day, like she deleted it and then tweeted the next day that she was sorry. She's such a terrible guest. She's big party foul. And she just tried to say my bad, you know, kind of thing. But what do you guys think about that posting?
I think that was a huge foul. I think that was a huge foul. Now, out of all the 500 people that came, you were part of the 200, right? It went from 5 to 2, and
you
then
made that list.
you made the list, and then you put it on blast. That's come on, man.
I think
she was trying to show out to me. I'm at the party.
Yeah,
I'm part of the popular 200 people. That's my opinion, because you didn't have to do that. The other 199 didn't.
Right.
I think it was a situation where excitement turned into foul play.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
I don't think she realized the magnitude of the situation until after it took place, and she was like, "Oh man, what did I just do?"
What did I just do? Exactly.
You know, but at the same time, to me, I kind of feel like it. I mean, I've talked to Junior about like, you know, stuff like this, similar to this in private, where like you get like, you know, what if you go to like a big time person's house? You know, you want to like take some pictures. And we've always kind of said, you know what, nah, man, we'll kind of hold on to the memories. And then if you see us in private, we'll say, you know what, man, guess what? I was over here. You know, this is where I was at. Right. But it'll be in private.
Yeah. So you're saying it's a foul?
Yeah, it's a foul. And I think that it came from the excitement of the moment. And, you know, now everybody has a cell phone. So.
But did she apologize?
Yeah, she apologized.
She apologized. Okay. Well, she admitted her mistake. Okay. I still think it's crazy. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So anyway, we're going to get into another music review. I mean, the first half of the hour has already flown by. Now we have so many people. We have, you know, I want to listen to Cleo Sol. I believe it's Cleo Sol. She has a song called Young Love. Cleo Sol. And we're going to either sip tea or light it up to Cleo Sol.
Let's go.
See you soon. Yes, indeed. We are back. That was pretty incredible, actually. What do you think about it? Are you guys leaving me alone up here? What's up?
No, I was just seeing if you guys had anything to say about it.
I kind of want to just jump out and just get into it. It reminded me, the comparison is not to The Voice, but to a little bit of the style of like an Amy Winehouse type feel. Very, very like in tune with her lyrics, very in tune with her sound. It's almost pretty endearing that she has found her voice and that's where she wants to go. I thought it was beautiful.
It was a
beautiful song. I'm lighting it up. Absolutely. I thought it was great. I'm sorry. I had to cut into. I've been feeling this song all week and I wanted to play it first. I really love this song.
That's
seriously.
good.
It's on my playlist now.
Was it your favorite song of the week?
It was my top 2 favorite songs of the week. We have another one that's in there. I'll save that. But Cleo Sol, Young Love, and it reminded you of like being in love, right? What love is about. And I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed it. Seriously. I'm over here blushing. I loved it.
Francis, what did you think?
But I think that, you know, for me, I would definitely say that, you know, I'm gonna piggyback off of what Junior was saying. It had an old school feel for me. It just took me back to like those good old school records, and you know, because of that, hey, look at what I got in my hand. I'm lighting it up.
Oh, you got your lighter.
All right.
Okay, all right, good. So you light it up. You feel the same way.
That's good. I am going to also light it up for this song.
Wow. That's 3.
There we go. So it looks like we're putting her on the board.
We're putting her on in the board for the music.
Congrats, Cleo.
Yes, congrats, Cleo. I liked the old school vibe of it as well, and it's nice to hear like newer songs with that old school vibe versus the same old school songs I hear every weekend. Not here.
Oh, okay, I was like, dang.
Not here. I meant at home.
You meant at home?
Because that's what we listen to at home.
With your Martin Lawrence daddy at home. I got you. Okay, yeah that guy. Okay.
No, I can agree, and I can piggyback off of what Missy says, because I know for me, in my house, our old school songs that are repetitive when it comes to summertime is "Outstanding" by the Gap Band. You know, it's those classics. But it's nice to hear like somebody new who has that feel too, that you can put in that rotation.
Yes.
So I completely agree with you, Missy.
And I think it's like that's cool because that just shows that she probably grew up listening to that as well, because that had to have influenced her music if this is what she's putting out. So that's pretty awesome.
Wow. That's cool that all 3 of us agree. I have no idea what Francois is going to say or Missy's going to say, but we agree that it was a fire song. It belongs in our core music, and we're going to keep it in there, and the fans will either agree with us or not, but at the meantime, she'll be in there. And you light it up as well. Go to our website, 993fm.com. That's 993fm.com, and tap in. Let us know when these songs come up. Hit the like button. That means you're lighting it up. The down means that it's not my cup of tea.
Right.
And, you know, the more times people review, we kind of push these songs out, you know, if they don't belong there. So you guys are in control of the music just as much as we are.
We just want to put stuff out there that you guys like.
Absolutely. That's what's up.
What's up.
Did you have another trending topic?
So actually, what I wanted to introduce was today's In the Vault.
Oh, my favorite.
Yes. So today's In the Vault is in conjunction with Salzer's Records.
Salzer's Records.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. And then we are going to be doing our review on the album Sublime. By Sublime.
So tell people what the vault is that they have no idea. What are we doing here?
So
if you can explain it to them.
I would say, are we doing it every week? Every other week? Every week we're going to be doing a review on an album that has had a lot of traction with it over the past 100 years. I don't know.
Yeah, basically.
You know, basically anything that has had a lot of interest in it.
Yeah, and then either critically acclaimed, a lot of music reviews. For example, like we could have Britney Spears up here. We could have Dolly Parton.
Right.
Last week, the week before that, we had
Pink Floyd.
Yes. You know, so you know, it's really cool that we can go back and listen to music that either we've never heard before, and we give it a true sip, tea, or light it up. Is it actually that good based off what the people have said over, you know, the test of time?
Right. So Sublime is a 90s like punk reggae, ska band kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that on the count of 3, right? Because we did this last time.
Okay, we do on the count of 3.
We're going to say if we light it up or if we're sipping tea. So we're going to do 3, 2, 1.
Sipping tea.
Light it up.
Light up.
That's 2 of 3.
2
of 3.
It's better than I thought it was going to be, honestly.
Okay.
You know, I'm with Missy.
Yeah, you lit it up.
Yeah, no, it's better than the first time I heard this album. I was like, but when I heard it again, I'm like, oh,
totally.
You know, I don't know. Yeah, you know, so I agree with you, Missy.
So the first time I heard it, you guys, the first like half hour I was listening to it, I was cracking up. I was laughing so hard at every single song because I was just thinking of you guys and what your reaction was going to be.
Yeah, I know you were. I know you were. Okay, because, and that laugh was spot on.
I was dying. Like, I just was in my car just cracking up. And I hadn't listened to this album in like 10 years. So
you already heard the album?
I have. So I completely forgot. And then when I was listening to it again, I was like, oh my God, what did I make these guys listen to, you know?
Right.
And then, like Francois said, the second time I listened to it, I was like, oh, you know what? It's not too bad. Some of these songs these guys have had to like. You didn't like any songs, Junior.
Absolutely.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying for the entire album, I'm sipping tea to the album. To the album as a body of work.
As a body of work.
As a body of work.
Why is that? Why is that?
Well, because there were certain songs. Okay, like I'm actually in Target grocery store, and I said, okay, I'm gonna walk around and listen to the music. No one's gonna bother me. I'm gonna do my thing. So I'm listening to the music. I hear Garden Grove. I'm like, okay, why is this on the Vault Review? And I started questioning. Then I heard What I Got. Then Wrong Way. And I'm like, this is torturous.
That's why I was
I have to listen to this album. But then we get to I think Same in the End, and then I almost like doze off. Like I don't need to listen to the rest of the album to sip this beautiful organic tea because I know what it's about. But we get to April 29, 1992.
Okay.
When we get to that song, I really started to pay attention because they were speaking politically and what's happening in the streets, government, police brutality, and I was like, okay, where is this going here? But the top 4 songs were, to me, redundant. They were cursing for no reason, and it didn't make any sense to me. And I'm like, why would you? I didn't know why people would like it.
The reason was to express yourself.
Yeah, but after 1992, then came in Santeria. And I was like, okay, now I'm on board because I really like Santa Maria, which was a very popular song. I think their most popular song from the album. Once I heard those 2 songs, that was enough energy for me to continue to listen. But, you know, I think Pawn Shop, I like Pawn Shop. But when we got to Paddle Out, I'm like, okay, here they go again, getting reckless and crazy. So I have to sip tea because as a body of work, I did not like there's no way Francois is going to be bumping Sublime when I ever see him. So I know he's lighting it up, but I think it's a little fraudulent. I know it's not on his playlist.
That's okay.
I put Pink Floyd on my playlist now. I really believe in that album.
Look, I will put some of these songs on my playlist.
Some of them or majority of them?
Well, of course, when you listen to the body of work, I actually like a lot of it, and the reason why
17 songs.
I'll go next. I mean, I think Missy, you've already went, correct?
Yeah. Go ahead.
She got more though. She got more.
Yeah, no, go Francois. For me, I think it's really, really cool because I think back to the time of when this album came out. You're looking at July 96.
Right.
So for me, July 96, there weren't too many artists or bands that were blending country, rock, reggae,
totally
all in one album. So when I saw that, I was like, that takes a lot of talent. And I will say the guitarist and the drummer in Sublime, they're amazing. Like the drum work and the guitar work, I mean, just musically, sonically, I was like, wow. Now the lyrics, I mean, I could see where Junior's coming from as far as, you know, some of the curse words that were like just random. But as far as what I looked at, I looked at the time period in which this album came out. and what was going on during that time period. And I was like, wow, what these guys did during that time period, it definitely is going to stand the test of time. And they opened up doors for a lot of people to merge and fuse music, which was really cool because it wasn't really being done like that at that point in time.
No, I have to piggyback off you. You had some really good points that I have to admit are true. The political stance and the album, I can light it up for that. I thought they did a great job of expressing themselves as free Americans of how they felt about what was happening in the country. I also do agree that they had a great contrast of switching from rock to this reggae style where they almost sounded like completely different bands by how talented they were.
Right.
And I will light it up for that. But I'm saying the way my ears are trained and what I was listening to, there's just no way, in my point of view, I would just be listening to the album again. I will take a few songs from the album and be like, I completely agree. I mean, I really like 1992. It's not even a song that I would listen to, but I would encourage people to listen to it.
April 29th,
April 29th, yeah, it was a great song. Right? I mean, we can't even play it on a radio, but I want people to go listen to it so you can hear kind of what we're talking about.
I don't know,
Junior. Get a little snippet.
I feel that
I can't be swayed, Missy.
If you were to listen to it a second time, you might understand it.
No second time.
Sometimes you don't understand
it's a long album. It's 17 songs.
Here's a lighter.
17 songs. Here's a lighter, right? Again, this is in conjunction with Salazar's Records. They have all the records there, and we're going to start kind of doing a plethora of what they have in their store, and we're going to just spotlight it here on 99.3 FM, right? So, but I don't know, Missy. I don't think I can't listen to it again. Yeah. Not the full album. If you're asking me, like, did you like Paddle Out?
Yeah, I like all the songs. I know all the words to all the songs. It did, but let me tell you.
My Luminary community.
Let me tell you,
facial expressions right now.
Because I hadn't listened to it in such a long time, it was a shock listening to it the first time, and I did have to take a break listening to it. Like I was like,
break. Explain the break so the people at home understand what this break is about.
I listened to like half of the album, and then I waited a couple days and I listened to the other half of the album.
But why did you have to take a break?
I just couldn't handle it.
Yes, exactly. And neither can I. I could not handle the whole album.
It
was a lot. I felt like I was I was banging my head.
Right. But now, because I know I like the album, I could totally listen to the whole thing again.
I could be wrong, Luminary community, as Francis says. I could be wrong. You guys might listen to this album, and you might be like, Junior Leto's crazy.
But I'm very happy with my selection of In the Vault. What did you guys think when I sent it to you?
I thought she was absolutely crazy. I was like, what is Missy doing? Does she understand? But you know what? I do appreciate her for just taking it there. Right? We're talking about Sublime.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And I told Missy, it took me back to middle school because I remember kids that I went to middle school with were crazy about Sublime.
Totally.
But they were a band that was only out for a short period of time. They weren't out for a very long period of time.
I understand that.
So it's like, where did they go?
Yeah. So I wanted to that's a good point. The lead guy, he actually passed away before the album dropped.
Oh, the lead singer?
I'm sorry to hear that.
He passed away?
Yeah, of a drug overdose, I believe.
Wow.
And so the band
definitely rest in peace.
Totally, the band tried to go on. They try to continue on. I mean, even within the past 5 years, they had been doing concerts, and they had changed their name to Sublime with Rome, and Rome was the new guy. And they were pretty good, but I just thought to myself, "Oh, you can't. It's tough. You can't
replace that. It's really tough.
It's like TLC without Left Eye. It's not the same.
So
no, it's definitely not the same.
But Francois gets to pick the In the Vault next week.
Francois is going to pick the In the Vault next week. I already have an idea. I have an idea what it's going to be. So. I'm still looking forward to it because I don't know what you guys are going to choose. I got one for the following week that's going to be bananas. You guys are going to be like, what? Since you guys are going crazy far out. I'm going to go far out with it.
That's the point,
in
right?
conjunction of Salazar's records.
Right.
I'm going far out with it.
That's the point of this in the vault, is to like expand our musical tastes and palettes.
Right. But we also are very honest in our opinions.
We are.
I'm not going to sugarcoat if I'm not feeling the song just because it's a classic album. If I'm not feeling it, I'm not.
And to end this segment, I will say that Luminary community, we do bring you the newest and the hottest music, but at the same time within the vault, we also educate you on the songs of the past that basically shaped our culture. And that's why we're here.
Absolutely. And speaking of the artists that we present, here is Anders with Floor 21. We're going to sip tea or light it up. Here we go. Yes, indeed. That was Anders with Floor 21.
Okay, Anders.
Okay, Anders. Unusual name, Anders. As a name. Maybe it's his first name. Haven't heard it too often either. That was Anders with Floor 21. The first thing I took from it was he is heavily influenced by The Weeknd. The Weeknd is somebody that he looks up to, someone that inspires him.
Totally.
The cadence of The Weeknd, the pitches that he was trying to do, some of the lyrics. I thought it was just like almost, I don't want to say copycat, right? Because The Weeknd is The Weeknd, but he is heavily influenced, and I think people will like his music because of how he sounds.
He figured out The Weeknd's formula.
He cracked the code to The Weeknd formula. And,
interesting observation.
And The Weeknd is one of the biggest artists today, right?
Right.
So, in my opinion, am I sipping tea or lighting it up? I'm going to light it up for Anders Floor 21. I'm lighting it up because even though he sounds like The Weeknd and he's not The Weeknd, I can see him continuing to develop his style as he grows into his own, because people are going to compare. Some people love The Weeknd so much, they're going to be like, I don't want to listen to it because you sound too much like him. That's how some people are.
That's true.
Interesting observation.
Yeah.
Did you not think that?
No, for me, I just thought he had his own sound. Now, one thing I did notice right off the bat was I was trying to distinguish if he had auto-tune or
he did,
his
sir.
regular voice.
Oh, no, that's not no regular voice. That's a heavy auto-tune.
That was auto-tune, right?
Heavy.
Heavy.
So
heavy
that
plugins.
was the first. Yeah, that was the first thing that jumped out at me was, why is this man using auto-tune? I would like to know what he sounds like originally, but he didn't overdo the auto-tune.
No, I didn't think so either.
He used it in the format of what they're using today. So right. But it was auto-tune, which is Antares, pitch control. It was enough where he sounds good enough to what they sound like today, but not like T-Pain or Overload.
Yes, absolutely. And that's what I took. And I said, I actually like the beat, but there was one thing that I was like, what is this? What does Floor 21 got to do with anything you talking about, bro? But other than that, I'm going to light it up for you because the production was amazing. And I like the whole, you didn't overdo it with the auto-tune. So,
okay, I agree.
Kind of close, but I definitely light it up for you.
I agree to that. So you lighten it up.
So we got two.
So we got two lighters up. Now Missy, you guys, we gotta prep everybody. She is not the biggest R&B fan. So she's potting right now. It's so cute.
Look,
but listen, sometimes if you can sway her, she will light it up. So I'm excited to see where you're gonna go with this.
If you can sway me,
if you can sway
correct.
her, and that's what I like about Missy. She does not give it out.
We're gonna see Missy listening to Anniversary, Tony in the parking lot.
Never, sir. I don't think so.
It's coming.
I don't think so.
Never in my life.
She's in her life. You see, in her life. Yeah.
Okay. I'm lighting it up. I am.
Okay.
I like this song.
What?
I'm lighting it up.
What?
I know.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
Shocked.
You guys will hear. I'll be back on track later. Trust me.
Oh. She'll be back to hating on you guys very shortly. Okay, go ahead, Missy.
I thought he sounded like The Weeknd as well. Like that was one of my first thoughts. Was like, this guy sounds like The Weeknd.
Touché.
Yeah. So
okay.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that. Like immediately. And the fact that he cracked the code and the formula, I'm about it. Okay. I mean, isn't that what artists do anyways? They get influenced by other artists and then they try different ways to do things.
Certainly.
So if that's that doesn't mean he's done. I mean, he can continue trying new things, and
agree.
We'll see what happens. But I really enjoyed it.
I agree. I mean, it reminds me of like Kobe Bryant being one of the best basketball players, and he mimics Michael Jordan, right? So,
Right, exactly.
So
Understood.
Looking at Anders like, hey, I like The Weeknd. I'm influenced by The Weeknd. This is his style. I listen to him so much that maybe I have a cadence like The Weeknd. But I agree with Missy. I thought it was really cool. I want to listen to more. I think he has an album. I don't know the name of the album. We'll have to get back to you guys and let you know. But he's obviously going to the core music group. When people listen to the artists that we have and they listen to her and then they listen to Anders, they're going to be like, who's this new artist, right? That's the feeling we want people to get. So that's what we want to do and continue to bring out new artists. And I'm kind of excited.
I think people would really enjoy him.
I think people are going to be like, The Weeknd has a new song? I think people will think that when they hear it.
So the name of the album is called Honest.
Okay, thank you. The name of the album is called Honest. Right.
I'm curious if the rest of the album has the similar feel. Did you guys listen to any of the other songs by him?
No, I did not listen to any other songs by him, but I am, though, because I put this song on my personal playlist. And songs that we have, I don't think
got love.
Yeah. So a lot of the music that we listen to, that we will put it on. Obviously, we put it on if we agree. But some of them I put on my personal playlist, and then I will go back and listen to their other music. Right? So
that's awesome.
Just showing love, man. Just absolutely showing love. What is good?
Absolutely.
I'm on the IG. Francois there as well. But listen, we have so much to talk into. We have more trending topics.
More trending topics, that's right.
But we are going to be back in just a few. And
Hour number two. See you soon. Yes, indeed. We are back. That was James Japan. James
Japan with Francois. You had the name of that song that we just played just now?
The Wait. It was
James
called The Wait.
Japan, The Wait. I don't know. I don't want to go first this time. I'm going to let Francois. There you go. Go ahead and take it, sir.
So James Japan, The Wait. Now I will say with this track, it was simple but smooth. I love the simplicity. To me was at first what I was looking at like, man, what's gonna happen here? It's a very simple track. There wasn't not too many drums. It was just a straight, smooth piano vibe. I kind of looked at it like a nighttime, one of those nighttime songs again. He has a very nice tone. I think his tone carried the song. And because his tone carried the song, the simplicity of it was able to work for him. So because of that, Mr. Japan, I am lighting it up for you, my brother.
All right.
There we go. Francois is lighting up for James Japan. Missy, you want to go after? And I love how you explained what you loved about the music. That was pretty good. I like the descriptions there.
Thank you, my brother.
Yes, indeed. I'm taking notes.
Yes. I will be sipping tea on James Japan for the usual reason. I will say though, he has a beautiful voice. He does. And I will light it up for his voice. Just the song and the thing though, it did surprise me because it started out really slow and then it kind of picked up in the song. Okay. So that did surprise me. It was a pleasant surprise because I thought it was going to be slow the whole time. But I'm still sipping.
So you still sipping that tea?
Sipping the tea.
Okay. So was there at any point in time that you almost picked up the lighter?
Yeah,
you almost picked up the lighter.
After I had went through the whole rant, after I went through all the songs, and listened to it again, and I was like, "Oh, who's this?" Okay, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, now I remember what I'm gonna do on this song."
Okay,
Missy said, "You trying to get romantic on me, man? I ain't got time for this."
Skip.
So, yeah, she said skip. Okay, so I'm gonna be nicer to you, James. I'm going to light it up to James Japan. The reason why is because he had a very soft tone, beautiful voice. I do agree with Missy. Beautiful sound.
Yeah, it was great.
I think where Missy's coming in with, I am all going to sip a little bit of tea as well. Little so half and half. One. Right. I think Missy is correct in her opinion about the song because it swayed and changed to me too many times in the song. It's already
Really?
a slow. It's already a slow song, and the dynamics of the change. It didn't do anything to me. To me, it changed for no really particular reason. It didn't have to change. I thought it was kind of long as well. I thought the song, if it was shorter, maybe 2:33 minutes, it would have been spot on. But I don't like the duration of the song and the changes at the end. So I will set some tea to that. And I hated to do that because when I heard the first 30 seconds, I'm like, this is for sure a banger. For sure, I'm going to be lighting it up.
The first 30 seconds.
The first 30 seconds, I was in.
So me and you were exact opposites then, because the first 30 seconds, I was like, no.
No,
and then the change-up happened. Right. And then the change-up happened, and I was like, all right, I can get into
And that's why we have
more.
3 opinions, because we don't know what each other's going to say. Missy says, what I love, she couldn't stand. And what I couldn't stand, she loved. Right.
And I just thought the end was just artistic. Like when he started doing all the changes, I was like, oh, he's trying to get his whole artistic feel going on here.
Right.
He doesn't need to, but he wants to show a little art play here. So, okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
So, well, James Japan, we want to encourage people to listen to the music. Continue to check out James Japan. Continue to do your music. And listen, we could be wrong here. Other people might light it up for you, right?
Right.
I'm still lighting up for the first half. I loved it. But I am not the majority of the team here. So what do we got next, Missy?
So we have a trending topic of overcoming your worst fear.
Okay, I'm interested. You got me.
Oh gosh.
So, do you guys know what your worst fear is? Is there a way to overcome your guys' worst fear? Francois, let's hear what you have to say.
Woo! Do I have to? Okay, so
you don't have to. No.
Okay, Junior already knows. It's actually something I'm working on. I've gotten better, but...
Oh, I already know what it is.
Okay, let's hear it.
I could be wrong, but I think I'm right.
Oh,
Go
just
ahead.
Something.
Go ahead.
Okay, so one is heights. I've gotten better.
Fear of heights.
So you don't go on roller coasters.
I'm scared.
Fear of heights is one.
Both of you?
Scared. Terrified.
Okay.
You?
Terrified.
Me too.
We will both be leading the blind. You go first. You go first. No, you go first.
Wow.
I am so scared of heights.
Look, Missy, when people actually say, hey, I'll jump out of a plane.
Yeah.
If you were like, I'll give you $2 million to jump out of a plane, I don't know. I might be sitting there like, look, man.
He going to work the next day is what he's saying.
You guys, my grandpa jumped out of planes for the military.
Hey, listen, I want to interject before you finish that. We got our good friend Brandon at Salzer's listening in right now, and we want to give a shout out to Brandon. Their store Salzer's is coming up on 50 years. 50 years in business.
50 years.
Congratulations.
50 years in business. A beautiful store. I love everything about that store. And we just had our vault review in conjunction with Salzer's Records.
Yes,
so we want to continue that. We appreciate them. But go ahead, Francois.
We will be coming to see you soon over there at Salzar's Records for sure.
Absolutely. We had a great time last time, right, Francis?
We did. We had a wonderful time.
Yeah.
Great memories.
Great memories. Actually, our song got blocked off of YouTube because our video got blocked. Right? I mean, it's still live, but we can't compensate off of it because the song was playing when we went in there. Right?
Right.
But they were very friendly. We did our music review. They turned the music down just for us so we could knock out our music review. Didn't even know us, but just loved the idea of us supporting independent artists.
I
right?
love the pictures you guys sent over.
Yeah. The pictures.
And a highlight, before I go on with what I was saying, a highlight of that review, if people don't know, we did a music spotlight on Summer Walker that day.
Now,
and the album went #1.
And look at who Summer Walker is today. Look.
It's amazing.
We did a music review on Pink Sweats. Look at Pink Sweats today. I mean, Bonfire. We did some music reviews, bro, that people had caught up. We've highlighted artists like Daily. We've highlighted artists. I can't remember. So many though. The rapper by HDX. He just signed a record deal. We highlighted his music on our Instagram page. He signed a record deal with Def Jam Records this week.
Congrats to you.
HDX. Awesome. I mean, how crazy is that? So some of these artists that we see that we notice, that we put out there, we know what we're talking about. Like, these artists are really good and deserve that shine, for sure.
Totally.
But Summer Walker, you were our highlight that day at Salazar's Records, and Junior and I will not forget it, because when we saw your album hit #1, I called him right away, and I said, look at who's #1 on Billboard Top 100.
That's what's up.
Absolutely. And that's what we do. You know, that's absolutely what we do. But go ahead, Francis. I had to cut you off, my guy, Brandon.
No problem. My second one, I got two. My second one, pit bulls.
Oh, okay.
You scared of pit bulls?
That's reasonable, though.
I mean, you mean you're scared of pit bulls when they're on the leash?
No, not on the leash. I'm just like, like if I walk into a neighborhood,
you're a big guy.
If I walk into a neighborhood and a pit bull's not on the leash and it's coming right toward my car, look, dog, I gotta go.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that.
But that's the difference. Are you in the neighborhood or the hood? It's a difference between where that pit bull is at. If you're in the neighborhood and you see Sally and Jim, you're good.
Look, Sally and Jim sometimes are not home and they leave their dog out.
Or they jump over the fence, or
that's true.
It's like a homeless dog.
That's very true. So you scared of heights and pit bulls?
Yes. Now the reason for the pit bulls is I was attacked when I was a little kid.
Oh, when that meant you had a lot of trauma.
I'm still working on that.
Wow.
I'm still working on that Luminary community.
Well, how old were you when that happened?
I was about 9 or 10.
Wow.
That stays with you.
That will stay with you. Yeah, absolutely.
I was dribbling my basketball, minding my own business.
You should have all you had to do was cross the dog over and then cross him up, and then you would have been all right if you had your hand was right. You would have been cool.
Look, a brother tried to hit the dog with the ball, and I missed.
And you missed. Yeah. Well, we don't want to hurt the dog, even though he hurt you.
No, we don't.
But as far as fears, I'm with Francois. I am scared of heights. Right? When I go to Disneyland, I'm not sure the one where it's like it's like a spaceship to Space Mountain, right?
And it's in the dark.
And it's in a dark Space Mountain. I was slightly scared.
Really?
Slightly scared, right? In the picture, I'm like this. I'm looking terrible in the photo. I'm so terrified. But I went with my father-in-law, had a great time, and I mean, I had a good time though. But I cannot do roller coasters. I can't.
Okay.
I just can't do it.
Man. Okay, I'm gonna go with 2 as well, you guys.
Wow.
Okay, go ahead.
My first one is gonna be, I am terrified of overly populated public places. Like anywhere that there's too many people, I get so anxious.
So Coachella's off.
I just like have
Lollapalooza, the video the screenshot we had over there.
Oh my goodness, that was how many people were that? That's scary.
I start to like sweat. I start to freak out. Like I can't do it. Like,
I think that's concerning. I mean, that's concerning though. It's too many people. It's packed. You can get trampled. That's kind of that's a fear.
I have a question. What phobia is that? There's a name of a phobia that is.
I don't know.
Claustrophobic?
That's not what it is though. It's not because it's not because there's too many people around. It's just because like I grew up in like hearing the news every day.
Okay.
A supermarket have a violence attack on a supermarket.
Yeah, I see.
Or a concert or a movie theater.
I see,
or a school building. Like, so that's what I'm like so terrified of. And so the odds of that happening is not very high. So
that happened to me on my birthday.
Really?
Yeah, it was a very sad situation. March 17th, a few years ago, we were at Cheesecake Factory, and there was an active shooter.
I do remember.
And I remember
at Cheesecake Factory.
Well, you were coming to visit me.
I was at the mall. And I was with my family, and it was really scary because the people, everyone in the restaurant started scrambling and running. Oh, God. Right?
That just gives me like...
Started scrambling and running.
I'd faint.
We were on the ground underneath, the table, and it was pure fear.
Terror.
Right? So whenever I see things like that happening in the news, I immediately can understand where they're coming from, because how fearsome it was. And we were like nearby. It was within the vicinity of the mall. It was crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah.
It was crazy.
I will say, though, it was crazy because I could say that the way that night ended, I can't even believe he still came to visit me, because when he told me what happened that day and how that night ended, I'm glad we had dinner that night at Morton Steakhouse and everything went cool.
Yeah. Because it was a little scary.
It was
a lot of trauma. Now when I go to Cheesecake to eat again, I don't get scared, but it's something that I kind of blocked. I've blocked it out. I blocked it out in the back of my mind. But if somebody, hey, like you asked a question, it brought me back to what happened.
Yeah, of course.
So I don't really have a trauma, so to speak. I think I've done a good job and to pushing it in the back of my mind, but it was very terrifying. So a lot of fears. I mean, people are scared of spiders.
I would never do that.
People are scared of snakes.
My sister is scared of flies.
Okay, what kind of flies? Though?
A fly
any fly.
Any fly. Yeah.
Okay, well.
Okay, so the reason though go ahead.
I got one more thing. So
yes.
your fear of crowds is called agoraphobia.
Wow.
Okay.
Agoraphobia.
So I have to just ignore it though, because that's not a healthy way to
stay
live.
Home.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's not a healthy way to live. Is just to stay home. So I have.
Can you go to concerts?
I do. I go out and I do go to public places.
So you can go to like Hollywood Bowl or something like that.
I do. I'll go to the crowded places. It just freaks me out. Like I'll be counting down like the hours until we leave, and then I'll just be looking over my shoulder the whole time. I get very paranoid.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
Go ahead, Missy. Go ahead.
So the reason though I bring up your worst fears is they say the best way to get over your fears is to face them head on, right? So recently, what made news is Travis Barker. We've been talking about him a lot. He overcame one of his worst fears
Shout
recently.
out to Chris Clay as well when you say Travis.
Yes.
Why?
You know, with the tattoos and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Chris, but go ahead.
You're hilarious. You are hilarious.
Okay, so Travis Barker, I don't know if you guys remember, but this happened 13 years ago in 2008. He was in a plane crash where 4 other people
Yes, I remember
died.
that.
I do remember.
I remember.
Yeah, and so that's traumatic in itself, and there was him and one other survivor. The other survivor actually ended up passing within a year of the plane crash from like an addiction or survivor's guilt or something like that.
He was burned up pretty bad, I believe.
Yes, 65% of his body had 3rd-degree burns, and he had 16 surgeries. So it's crazy that he survived.
That is crazy.
So he hasn't been on an airplane since, and recently, this past week or so, he got on an airplane, you guys. He overcame his fear.
So how many years is that?
13.
13 years. Wow.
Yeah.
Overcame his fears.
And he credits it all to his love, Kourtney Kardashian. They're lovebirds right now, and they said like they posted something
that's
with
you.
Deep. Anything is possible.
I mean, that's pretty deep that he has a partner that's helping him get over those fears. Like
I know. That's what I thought.
That's awesome.
So, Francois, so we need you on The Bachelor, right? So you can get that partner to help you get over these fears of these pit bulls, right? All right, and these heights. Can we say? I'm trying to put you on the show.
He really wants you on the show.
I want him on the show. I need to represent Ghana on there.
Look, I always joke around with like I'll meet somebody. I'm like, man, she's perfect, and then she'll open the door and there'll be a pit bull that come running down. I'm like, girl, it's all good.
So the love of your life, you saying no to that? What if it's even if it's a highly trained dog? You still saying no? Highly trained, meaning just gonna kiss you and love you.
See, any dog is cool. It's just like the pit bulls. Oh, they're dangerous. Okay. It's like, see, any little dog, I'm like, okay, little small dog is cool. Yeah. But the pit bull, I just got a feeling it will be like that. Of all dogs, it will be the pit bull. And I'll be like, man, God, why the pit bull? They could have had like a small one.
They could have had a small one. Okay, but we want to get into another music review as Francis gets over his fears of pit bulls. We're going to be listening to Bedtime Story by RINI. We're going to sip tea or light it up.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yes, indeed. That was Bedtime Story by RINI.
Okay, RINI.
Okay, RINI with the Bedtime Story. Setting the mood. It's a nighttime mood, but we playing it in the morning. So
gotta mix it up.
Mix it up. Francois, how you feeling about that Bedtime by RINI?
RINI, Bedtime Story. So he took it back to an 80s vibe for me.
Okay.
The instruments that were used, the drums kind of took me back to like, you don't really hear drums like that and synthesizers like that in our modern 21st century type of music. That was it was very cool, and I like the fact that he took it back there. I like the old school 80s vibe. It took me to like when you see like old videos of like people like dancing and they're having like a little block party. It brought me back to those vibes. Just a good time, even though it's like a song that you would, kind of vibe to at night or when you're winding down.
Right.
I definitely enjoyed the 80s vibe. It was old school and I enjoyed it. I was dancing a little bit back here.
Oh yeah, I'm about to put your video on our live right now.
But Rennie, here go the lighter. I'm lighting it up for you, Rennie.
You're lighting it up for Rennie with Bedtime Story. What you got, Missy?
This is the first time I'm going to do this, you guys. I'm going to do half and half.
Don't do it!
I'm going to do half and half.
See, I knew I couldn't wait. I could not wait to hear what you had to say.
Because you want to know what? I thought he was very talented.
Oh, she all cleaning the cup? Oh, no.
I liked what Francois said, that it had the 80s vibe. So, like, I give it to RINI for that. Right?
Okay.
It was a little long for me, so I'm sipping it on that. And then, of course, it just wasn't like my vibe, my taste. But I can see he put a lot of work into it, and that
Right. Okay.
He's talented.
So
I'm lighting it up for his talent.
So you're lighting it up for the talent.
Yes.
And you're sipping tea because it was too long of a song.
Yeah.
We got that correct?
Too long.
Rennie, Missy needs a 50-second song.
Missy needs a 50-second song. Okay.
Just any slow love song is just like too long for me.
It's too long for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
30 seconds
I can understand where you're coming from with that.
How do you think? How do you feel?
I've heard the song multiple times.
Okay.
I was a fan of the song. This is something that was on my playlist well before we even got to this radio situation. I thought that the song initially, that's why I listened to it a lot. I thought it was a great song. But after hearing Missy's take on it, I don't know if I've heard the song maybe too many times because it's been in my playlist.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna use that. I'm sorry, Missy. I'm lighting it up. I'm changing my mind. I'm lighting it up. Missy's got this stare that can't convince you, but I'm lighting it up despite the stare. I'm gonna light it up. Missy has this light it up, sip tea type thing that you got to pick a side because we have to be in unison.
I thought Missy was gonna sway you to sip tea.
I thought so too.
No. Well, she didn't sway me to sip tea. It was romantic. It's obviously for the lovers. It's intended for a specific time and place. And I like the song, but Missy, you got to choose a side.
What? No.
Okay, Missy says no, and that's what we love about her. She cannot be moved. So, as far as RINI, we cannot put this one into our core music, but we will bring RINI back, right?
We will.
And maybe this is something that we can put into because I believe in RINI and his music.
Yeah.
I'm lighting it up. Francois is lighting up. Missy is sipping
Keep making music, RINI.
Missy's sipping that lemon tea.
I mean, I got a half a light for him.
Yeah,
I got 2.5 stars.
I have a light. So, we got so many things to talk about, but we're going to get into a few songs and then we'll be back. Oh, hey, we need a break. I need some water. I need some water. But we'll be right back.
Coffee.
2 minutes. We'll be right back.
All right.
Yes, that was our weekend friend, Aston. Love that song.
I love that song too. Yeah, I'm glad we have it in the mix.
And Missy also said, how come that song hasn't been in rotation? I'm like, you know what? That's a problem. Why was it not in rotation? We lit it up to Aston last.
We did.
I think that was like our second week when we were on the radio.
It was our second week.
And I said, no, we're putting him back in. Putting him back in rotation. Aston's an amazing artist. So many things. Hey, I got my water. I'm feeling hydrated. I'm feeling good. I'm back.
You got your water?
I'm back. Okay. I think I can play. Listen, the Clippers need a point guard. I'm ready. I think I can get in there. I think I can get in there.
Put him in the game,
Put me in the game. I come off the bench. I don't have no problem. I come right off the bench.
Now, there's something I definitely want to mention very quickly.
If you're going to talk about sports real quick, Missy going to look at you crazy?
No,
go ahead.
It's about the community. Our community here, Ventura. If you guys don't know, we always do community talk. So
go ahead,
I just
speak on it.
You guys on community game. So there is a community meeting today in regards to defending our health and safety due to like COVID-19 and things that are going on today in Ventura County. It's over at the I hope I pronounced this correctly, the Azanza Middle School, which is 2060 Carmen Street in Ventura County. They're underway. They just started. So if you all are out in that area in Ventura County and you want your voice to be heard about health and safety in your area, in your community, definitely make a trip down there. We all want everyone to be safe with everything that's going on with this pandemic, and definitely take care of yourselves. But I want to mention that.
Definitely.
Right. Oh, now does anybody, maybe for instance, you can hit up Dr. J, because we want to go ahead and speak about her event that's happening as well at the church. Right, because I think we're supposed to have an announcement or something like that we want to put live. Okay, all right. So we'll get into that. But in the meantime, is that all we have for the community events?
That is all we have for the community events right now.
Okay.
And if, any more roll through, I will definitely keep you all posted.
So there actually is going to be there's going to Ventura County Pride 2021. That's going to be in downtown Ventura. Tonight or all day this weekend. So go check that out, downtown Ventura. They're going to be having something that is going to be benefiting the LGBTQ community.
Definitely. Things are always happening all the time in our community, and it's good to share that with everyone, our Luminary community, our listeners. We have listeners all over, but of course we base in Ventura County and the LA County areas, so we always want to let you guys know.
Definitely.
We're looking out for you on what's going on there in the community.
And if you're feeling like hanging out on Sunday down over in Oxnard at the Performing Arts Center.
Sunday Fun Day?
The R&B Sundays, that's right.
Are you going to show R&B now?
It's an 18 plus event, so it's
That's
not
when Missy
all
goes
ages.
to listens to all her romantic songs. She goes to R&B Sundays. I knew it, y'all.
You have not seen me there. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not. Hey, I would
You
go
have
though.
not seen me
I
there,
would
boy.
go. I would go if like a group of people wanted to go, but I wouldn't be the one that's like.
Why not,
"Let's
Missy?
go."
What is it with this?
I would.
You
Let
have
me
to
tell
tell
you.
the people what's happening with this R&B situation. You're not. Are
I
you a
just didn't
fan?
grow
Not
up on it. Like I just didn't.
So what'd you
Yeah,
grow up on? What'd you grow up on? And that's fair. That's
yeah,
fair.
I just didn't grow up on it. My mom listened to a lot of country and Christian music growing up.
Okay.
And then obviously when I became like a young teenager, it was like NSYNC and Britney Spears and pop mainstream stuff.
So you didn't grow up listening to like the Motown era. You didn't grow up listening.
I did not. No.
Wow.
No, I did not. No.
So you kind of missed out, in my opinion.
not in mine.
Okay. Right. I feel you. I feel you.
I know all the words to the NSYNC albums.
Now they got some people right now they're gonna feel disrespected by that. Okay. No, but listen, for NSYNC, I like NSYNC as well.
Okay. Also, I grew up on listening to Destiny's Child, Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears.
Can you pay my bills?
I know all the songs to that too. I have a video
What about
on
Scrub?
Instagram.
What about Scrub?
Yeah.
TLC Scrub?
I didn't. I listened to it. I think it was a little too mature for me when I was at that age.
Right.
My mom didn't want me listening to that.
Well, speaking of listening, we have a plethora of different places around the world that listen to us. I'm just going to start naming some of these places. I mean, we have Oxnard, we have Penjumi, Pakistan, Los Angeles, California, Karachi, Pakistan, Fremont, California, Moscow, Russia, Helsinki, Finland.
Thank you guys, everyone.
We have love from the Philippines, the United Kingdom, Dublin, Ireland, Atlanta, Georgia, Midland,
We're being
Georgia.
heard all over the world.
Absolutely. I'm just
amazing.
reading that.
We love you guys.
Cookeville, Tennessee, Fort Worth, Texas, Richardson, Texas, Hampton, Virginia. I mean, the list is so many. St. Paul, Minnesota. What's this? Newark, New Jersey, Fresno, the Palm Desert, Cali, Santa Clara. There's so many places. Las Vegas. What's this? Boardman, Oregon. I mean, there's so many. There's so many. I'm trying to rush through it. I'm over here stuttering. Yeah. We have so many places that tune in, and we appreciate you guys realizing the importance of the independent artists and giving them an opportunity, blending in with established artists. There may be another station, but it's not like here. We do something very different because we're independent, and we can do it for you.
Right. And without you guys, there would not be Missy Talks, Junior Leto, and Francois the Great. So we appreciate you guys.
Every single one.
Continue tuning in.
Absolutely. I mean, do we have another trending topic?
Okay, this is what I wanted to ask you guys. Do we want to do a trending topic or do we want to do like a question? Because I have a pretty good one.
A trending topic. Let's do this question. It's always some heat around here. She said, okay, good. Oh, here's the setup. Here we go.
That's the one I wanted to do.
Okay, all right.
Okay, it's about an ex, right? So, like, just imagine.
Break time.
Here we go.
Yes. What'd you say, Francois?
I said break time.
Oh. Okay. So, if you were to find if you and your ex have been broken up for a year or more, right? So it's been a while. And you find something of theirs that you have in your possession, and it's not something you want to throw away. It's like an important object, like an important piece of jewelry or
a ring,
a sentimental. I guess it could be a ring. Like, it could just be anything that you know that it is important to them. What do you do with the item?
Wait, is that item important to the ex or it's important to you?
It's important to the ex, and it is your ex's. Like, it's not yours. You just found it in your belongings.
Oh, something important that belongs to your ex is in your belongings.
Yes.
What do you do with it?
What do you do with it?
I'm not going first. Go. I'm not going first. I don't feel comfortable going first. This is a setup. I feel it's a setup, and I'm going to play. Okay, we're going to do this right now, live. This is the first rock, paper, scissors, live. You ready?
Okay,
you ready, Francis? Let's go. One,
rock,
2,
paper, scissors.
3. I got scissors, so I'm definitely out.
Okay, what did Francois get?
Francois he got the paper, so it's between you two. Go.
Okay, I'll just go. I don't care.
All right.
The reason why I bring this up, this happened to me this week, you guys. That's why I'm bringing it up. I already took care of it, but I just want to see what you guys have to think about it.
What was it?
It was a necklace. It was a chain. It was like...
It was a necklace chain that...
It was a chain...
That was important to him.
So I was...
Missy over here buying chains?
Never. No, it was his.
It was his.
I know. I'm kidding.
I was cleaning my jewelry box that I haven't cleaned in a long time, obviously. I found his chain, and I'm like, oh, God, I have this? Wow. Like, what am I going to do with it?
What do you mean you took care of it?
I'll tell you right now.
It sounds like a hit job. We took care of it.
Yeah. Well, I executed the plan very well. Anyways.
Oh, gosh.
So I'm just saying, what would you guys do? Like, it had sentimental value to him. I didn't want to, get in contact with this person. So what do you do? Like, how do you give it to them?
Okay, so obviously...
Or do you donate it? Do you throw it away?
Okay, so obviously... I can't let you skate yet, Missy. So obviously you guys, your breakup was not on mute. It wasn't mutual. Right? It was a pleasant break. I mean, when I say pleasant breakup, but you broke up and it was...
It was amicable.
Amicable, right?
It was not amicable.
Okay, so that's why you're destroying it. Because it was not amicable.
So you say destroy it.
It depends on the relationship of where it was. Now, see, you done got scissors. You cut up something that was important to him. It didn't matter to you.
Okay.
Now, for me, on the other hand, if it was something and it was amicable, I don't know. I mean, for one, you have to reach out to the person, number one.
Right.
That's already a hurdle itself. What are you reaching out to him for? Well, I'm reaching out to this person because I found something that is important to them, and I'm giving it to them. I don't want it in my possession anymore, but I know it's important to them. I think that's fair.
Okay.
Because you're not reaching up, how you doing? You might say how you doing, but you're not really concerned about what's happening with them in their life. You're just like, I know this is important to you.
Okay.
I probably would give it back.
In that situation, I agree with Junior. What I would actually do was I would mail the chain.
Well, I mean, that's if they have the same address. You have to find out if they. Now you send it.
No, I'm asking what would you do? Not like if you had something. If you guys had something.
Right.
Nobody's setting anything up. I already did what I did.
Right. No. I'm gonna speak on mine, but like before I speak on mine, I'm just saying like in your case, being that it wasn't amicable and you don't want to actually be in contact with this person.
She does not like your answer at all. No, she does not like your answer at all. She does not like your ansser. She wants to know, bro, what you doing? That's what she want to know.
Take it to the pawn shop.
Okay.
You're taking it to the pawn shop.
He gonna make he's making $1 off of that.
Okay.
Me, I'm more than likely gonna send it in. I'm gonna probably send it to the person.
Okay.
Because that's what I was saying.
It's like a $30 item.
It doesn't. What if their grandmother gave it to them?
Yeah.
And what if they've been looking for it for so many years and then they found it, and I mean I just couldn't do that because I'm like I'm gonna put my feelings in front of what's important to them. I probably would give it. Sorry, Missy. I have a heartbeat. I can't do that. I can't do it.
So What was the outcome of the story? What was the outcome?
Okay, let me tell you how big. Let me tell you how big of a heart I have.
Oh, okay. You guys. My bad. Let me run that back. Oh. Go ahead.
I'm a very nice and thoughtful person. I say this all the time. Nobody believes me.
Okay, so what'd you do?
She don't like R&B music.
Okay.
I reached out to a third party like that, so that way I didn't have to have contact. I reached out. I work with his cousin, and I just said, "Hey, what's up? What time's your shift? I'm gonna meet you after you're done." And like, I just need you for 2 minutes, dude. So I dropped it off to him. I said, "Listen, I don't know if this is important, but it might be. But I need you to pass this along." And the main reason I did it, I'm the bigger person. The main thing reason why I did it is because I don't want any bad karma. Like, I just want.
I agree. It's the karma for me because it's not about me.
No,
right?
It's about
me. And the way you prefaced the question was if it's important and significant to the other person.
Yes.
Now, if it's just a T-shirt or something like that, oh, they don't care. I'm tossing it in the trash. Totally. They don't miss this. They don't even know they're missing it, really.
Right.
But if it's something that's important, t-shirt. I'm probably going to send it.
I'm kidding.
So that's why I did it, because I'm like, you know what? I'm trying to have good energy. Like, I'm over it. You know what I mean? Like, if I had held on to it and I destroyed it, what does that say?
I know. That says a lot for the guy that likes you, that's listening. It says a whole lot.
Yeah. So... Whatever.
Junior said, if it's your grandmama's T-shirt, it's in the trash.
I mean,
and then it got me thinking, like, hey, I remember some stuff I left and I never got that back. But, it's about my integrity.
There you go.
Absolutely.
I mean, you really missed that shirt, Missy. You missed that T-shirt.
It was a blanket that my best friend made for me in high school.
That's different.
Blanket.
That's different.
She made it for me.
That's different. Now, we're going to move into What Dreams Are Made Of by Evan McIntosh. And we're going to sip to your light it up. We got to keep this thing going.
All right, Evan McIntosh.
Absolutely.
It's like the only time I see you.
Okay, everyone, that was Evan McIntosh. And it was called What Dreams Are Made Of.
Yeah.
Yes. What are we thinking of that song?
The energy, hey man, I'm lighting it up. I've been lighting it up all day today.
That was the last song of the day.
That's the last song of the day. I'm lighting it up. It was a complete vibe to me, where when I listened to it, I just sat down on the couch.
Yeah.
I had my earbuds in. I'm relaxing. I'm tuning out the TV. And I'm just listening to what she's talking about.
Closed,
with the lyrics and what she was talking about. Yeah. It was a beautiful song. I thought that she did a great job writing the song as well. Lyrics are obviously something that's important to her. But I got to give it to her. I'm lighting it up. And this is a little bit of an older song because she has a newer song, but I felt that I wanted to introduce this one, and depending on how you guys felt, maybe we can listen to more of her other music and see if it can fit into the board. I don't know, but in my opinion, I'm lighting it up.
This song's about a year ago, a year old.
Okay, yeah.
Because I think I was looking at it on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah.
And her music video.
So what are you guys thinking?
I am also going to light it up.
Hey!
Yes,
all right.
I liked it. It was a good song.
Okay.
I lit it up to almost every song today. Almost.
Well, yeah, 3 out of 5. Yeah, 3 out of 5 is almost.
That is almost.
Yeah, 60% is almost everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What is that saying, like in college, like C's get degrees, all right? Like, so it passes.
C's get degrees, so it passes. I like that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Missy.
But I liked her music. You're right when you said it was a total vibe.
Yeah.
I would enjoy listening to more of her music, so I'm on board with hearing more of her stuff.
I am an instant fan of her music. Never heard it before. Just popped. I don't know how it popped up on the playlist somewhere. I found it. I'm like, wow. I think I stumbled on a really good artist that I'm going to continue to follow their journey. I thought it was dope.
I will say I've never heard of Evan McIntosh until we decided to listen to Evan this week.
Right.
And I definitely want to hear more music from Evan. And I enjoyed it as well. Definite vibe. It's kind of like mood music to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like mood music. So I definitely want to. This is going on my playlist for sure.
Okay, I
and I'm
feel the
going
same
to
way,
listen
bro.
to more music from Evan, and I got the lighter in my hand, so I'm lighting it up.
Lighten it up.
There you go, man. Lighten
So,
it up.
Did you guys think that she sounded like, or had similarities to like Billie Eilish or Lorde? Do you guys think that at all?
I see Lorde.
Lorde. Okay.
I see Lorde.
Okay.
I didn't see either. But it doesn't mean that they don't have similarities. I had to hear a little bit more of her music.
Okay.
I'm a Billie Eilish fan, though. I have become a fan as of late.
She's so talented.
Yeah, she's very
She's so talented.
and so young. Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
I know.
And so smart.
For sure.
So what we got? We got any more trending topics, or
Okay.
are we going to wing it, guys?
We do have more trending topics. The last few minutes. Okay, so James Bond. Have you guys watched any of those movies with Daniel Craig?
Of course.
I have.
007.
Really?
Daniel Craig
I
is
haven't
dope.
seen any of them. But he says he is not going to be passing on his fortune to his children when he passes.
So this is another guy.
Come on, James Bond.
This is another guy that's doing that. Because we had
Kind
Tarantino last week about Mom.
He said he didn't want to give his but this is the thing. He's not saying he's not supporting his kids now, because he is. He's just not going to leave them an inheritance when he passes. He believes that all of his money should be spent by the time that he is, to be passed.
Oh, so he says spend it all.
He wants it all to be spent, like as well charities, but like his life. And he just doesn't. He thinks it's distasteful to leave an inheritance to his children. So he has, I think, like 150 million is his net worth, and then his wife, she's an actress and a very accomplished one as well. So they both have a lot of money that they're not going to be giving to their kids.
I mean, I kind of disagree with that because in my point of view, I believe leaving a legacy for your children's children's children, right? Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like Rockefeller. What would that have been like if he just gave up all of his money away and did not have, because, money is a tool, right? And you want to have tools in place where you can have either the finer things in life or being able to put yourself in positions to succeed in life. It's unfair, but it is what it is. I think that you do want to leave a legacy. Maybe this is one of those tough things of, my children are privileged. They should be able to do it on their own. But I think that, I don't know. In my opinion, I would want to leave something for the children's children.
Yeah, same here. I would want to leave a legacy behind, but I'm sure there's probably more to the story than we know.
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense to me, because there's over 10 to 12 or 15 Bond films. I think with one Bond film alone,
it's not about the amount of money. Like he obviously has enough money to support his kids and their kids. I think he just wants his children to make it on their own in the world, and I think he just doesn't think that might happen if he just gives them the money. Because you're saying, what about the Rockefeller family? Well, there's been a lot of family members in that family that have not gone on to do great things,
Yeah.
So, and the reason that they do those things is because they have the opportunity, because they have the money to do that.
Right. That leads me to the writer of CNBC. He says that the recommendation is leave the children enough so that they can do anything, but not enough that they can do nothing.
Interesting.
You see what I'm saying?
So that's what
you don't want them to have so much as like, I don't need to do anything at all because I'm already taken care of. Just enough that, okay, I'm comfortable, but I still need to go out and continue to earn.
But I got a question though. So what are you going to do with that when you pass away?
Give it to charity. He's going to give it away to charity. If he hasn't spent it all, he's going to give it to charity.
Very interesting.
I think that's a pretty
very interesting.
Cool
that is
philosophy.
Different.
I mean, everyone's different,
I mean, I agree. I would give some money to charity, but I would also leave a legacy for the family. So
where I see as like Jay-Z and Beyonce, they're going to leave their kids with a lot, I'm assuming, but I think that they're also raising their kids to be hard workers with ethics behind it, and not just blow their money kind of thing.
That's right. So we have 30 seconds left, and we are out of here.
there was something I just want to say very quickly.
Go ahead, brother.
If at all possible.
Go ahead.
A little quick Francois facts for you guys. Last week I didn't get a chance to say it, but happy birthday, hip hop. Hip hop celebrated its birthday on August 11th. It started in 1973, and a lot of people may not know hip hop began because of the Great Park Jam that was started with DJ Kool Herc out in Bronx. So happy birthday, hip hop. We didn't get a chance to say it last week, August 11th.
I heard that. And also, happy birthday to my brother as well. His birthday was on the 20th. And I have a wonderful family.
Birthday to him.
My brother's Zeke. My mom calls him Zeke. And we have a very close family, love each other to death. But yeah, we had a great time today. We put out 7 musical artists, and we're averaging around, I don't know, like, how many are we averaging? Like 35 to 40 new artists a month?
Sometimes 50.
Sometimes 50. I mean, guys, we're putting in music just in the board so you can listen to it. So we're going to continue to do that as we build our core.
And I got 2 shout-outs. Shout-out to the new couples, the Hutchins and the Owusu Benihini. Congratulations on your
congratulations on the union. That's right.
Congrats.
Right. So before we go, last thing before we go, Missy will not be in the building. Francis will continue to not be in the building. I'm going to have to hold it down
next week.
And we're going to either have them remote, we'll figure it out, or we'll have some guest speakers in here with us.
That'll be fun.
Either way, we're going to still sip tea or light it up.
That's right.
And we will talk to you guys next week.
All right. Bye.
Peace out.
Bye.
99.3 FM.